Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to be going over a massive estate sale haul I got. I spent about $300+. I think this is going to be one of the best pickups I got on estate sales. That and more on the other side. I'm ready! Let's get those finds.
I think they were downstairs in the Disney area.
Okay.
They were sitting in like a rocking chair.
Oh, they're probably gone. What's that?
Do you need me to bag anything?
I'm just doing stats right now. You can help her, I think.
Okay. Are you ready? I am. Okay, you can come on down.
One eternity later.
You're almost ready for a third bag. Hopefully. You were trying to go easy. Hopefully there's enough stuff for a third bag.
Okay, we don't have anything in there. And there's another, but these are all naked. I could not find boxes for them.
It'll be the same. So this will be
Is this your bag?
Yes,
this will be a 5.
I could use it for the...
Okay, and then
Yes.
one, and then these are called Mary Miniatures. They don't have a tag on them, so I don't know
Where did
how
you get
you're
these ones?
doing.
They were in a $1 box.
$1 box.
doing.
So this is the vintage guy from right here.
No, he was
Yes.
upstairs.
Yeah, but he's still a vintage guy. So
Okay, but he's in Mary Miniature. He was in the garage,
Yeah,
and there's another one in the garage.
there's more right there too.
He's different. He's an ornament. That's why.
So
So you tell me.
is that it? Is that everything?
That's it. That's it.
Should I say 43?
40. No, it says 40 for these. 45.
45.
See the gentleman, and I'll rebag. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm very competitive when it comes to ornaments. Are you okay? Did I mess you up?
You got a bag?
Are we still friends?
We're absolutely friends.
Okay.
You just keep coming back and buying some more. It'd be just fine.
Honey,
We've got a whole household to get
it's over
rid of.
It's over 200. It's like, hold on. Thank you, my darling.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks
Thank
for coming
you.
in.
Thank
We'll see you
you.
again soon.
Absolutely. Maybe tomorrow? Yeah.
We'll be here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, I'm gonna get a
We don't do receipts.
Was it 110?
Yes.
Okay, good.
The box, okay. So 55.
Sorry, I hadn't wrote it down.
No, it's all right.
So do you want to do the 55 for that? And then that way the receipt will be for everything?
We do not. It's cash only. Cash only? Yes. And there is a bank down the street.
All right, guys, hopefully you guys saw that. A bunch of ornaments from this estate. So I did get some other stuff that are over there, but the majority of the bulk I bought was the ornaments, the Hallmarks. A lot of them are Disney. Some of them are superheroes. The reason I bought so many is because it was 5 for $10, and most of these go for like $10 to $15 each. So it's just like, it was a no-brainer for me. And I wish I could have bought more, but I don't want to go too much ham on this. They do have a 50% off on Saturday. I might come back Friday and just see what's left. But more or less, I think I did pretty good. I don't know 100% what the total value is here, but we'll go over in the pickup recap just to see exactly what I got and how much it should be worth. but pretty crazy. I was a little bit intimidated also is because there was so many people. Originally I came just for GI Joe toys, which I did get. I did acquire those. I'm not 100% sure if I got a home run or not. And there was a bunch of Barbie stuff, but I wasn't really interested in that. But the majority of the stuff I got, like you saw, was ornaments. The reason I was intimidated also is because this is my first big purchase from an estate sale. I spent $314 total for everything you saw in the back seat. Now, once again, if the ornaments end up selling, you know, $10 to $15 each, and if they're less than that, I'm probably just gonna do bundle lots. I don't want to deal with anything less than $10, especially for shipping. So I'm hoping that this is gonna end up being a good flip and a good purchase. And if I start seeing, when I go home and research more, I'm gonna see if the numbers add up to come back for tomorrow. But more or less, I'm happy with today's pickups. They do have a pickup, they do have a sale just on Saturday, which kind of sucks because on Saturday I am in a convention, so I'm not gonna be able to come, and it is 50% off on Saturday. But I think with this amount of ornaments, I should be fine. It should keep me busy. The other reason I picked it up, because again, I'm being at a convention this weekend, so I'm gonna be garage selling very, very little. So just in case I don't find anything, I have that stuff to keep me busy. But hopefully you guys enjoyed so far, and we'll go over what we got on the pickup recap and also the value. So stay tuned for that. And also leave a thumbs up and subscribe, guys, if you're enjoying this content. Thanks. And that sale over there, I just picked up a whole box of VHS. And before you say what you're crazy or whatever, they're all Disney, and that's the main reason I did it. And they're in overall good shape. There's a Goofy movie in here. I think both movies sell for like $14, so that's why I did it. The rest of them I just might do an auction or a bundle lot. If not, then they'll just be donated. The real reason why I bought the whole deal was because there's these cold sweaters in there, and I know these can go for a little bit more than, obviously, I mean, they're used or whatever, but they can go for, you know, maybe $14 to $15 each. So that was pretty cool. And then back there, that DVD comped at about $14, so that's cool, plus shipping. And then the same thing with this audiobook, about $14, $15. So I think this is gonna be an overall good deal, and whatever VHS I'm left with, I'm just gonna donate. I'm not even worried about it because I have nothing into them. And as you can see, they were marked, you know, 25, 75 cents. So I asked them, if I bought all these VHSs, can you just make it 20? And they said yes right away. And then this one right here, you should have seen some live footage of this. So they had a bunch of games and clothing and shoes, and for all this I paid $40. So this right here is a good chunk of it. It's like, you know, $15 game, and there's some other games in here. And the vans are overall in very good condition. That's the only reason I picked them up. So overall, I think this is gonna be a very good buy for Friday. This is all the sales I'm gonna be able to hit because I have to get ready for the convention for Collecticon. Anyways, guys, see you guys on the other side. Good morning, guys. So I wanted to show you guys what I picked up for the estate sale, and then a couple other garage sales sprinkled in, as well as some thrift stores. This video occurred a week ago, so Collecticon was last week. These finds were on that week. I found a whole bunch of items that I can't wait to show you guys. I'm gonna start off with the garage sales first, just to get those out of the way. Let's start. I was driving by, there was like 1 or 2 sales, not much at both sales, but while I was driving home, I saw a garage sale sign with some balloons that caught my attention. So I turned the corner, and then right away I saw a bunch of DVDs and VHSs and all this other stuff. And then hanging on the garage, I saw some Colts sweaters and jackets. So I walked up and looked at the pricing. The pricing wasn't that bad. So some of the sweaters were, you know, $4 to $3. The t-shirt was like $4 to $3. And then the VHSs had random prices everywhere. And, you know, I thought to myself, you know, should I get these? Should I? And I thought to myself, I mean, if I can get them cheap enough, I'll go ahead and do it. But if they want, you know, what they're priced as marked, I'll probably just pass. So lo and behold, I asked the guy and asked him how much is he asking for the VHSs, and he said make me an offer. And I told him, I said, you know, I don't want to insult you, I honestly don't really want those things. There is some movies that might be good, but more or less I wanted to get like the gist if you would do a bundle deal. He said yes, but I'm thinking about 15 for all of them, and I told him, can you do 10? And he said, I'm not even fighting you, let's do 10. So for all the VHSs was 10, and then I saw some DVDs and I threw it in because I comped it at the sale. I think it goes for like $14 as long with the audiobook. And then we had the Colt sweaters and the shirt. So the sweaters were marked I think at 4 a piece and the shirt was 3. So I threw those all in, and for everything it ended up being $20, which I thought was fair again. And the I'm not even really counting the VHS as part of that deal, but it was. The Colt sweaters should be making my money and more by themselves on the DVD and the audiobook, more on top. And if I find any gems in the VHS lot, I'll throw those in. If not, everything else will be donated. I don't have the room or time to store any of the excess inventory that it's not going to move. So if I comp it and it doesn't look like it has a good sell through, or if it doesn't look like it's going to have a decent amount of money, I'm going to go ahead and donate it. What I mean by decent amount of money is $10+ for at least 2. There were some sets in there like 101 Dalmatians, Aladdin. There was a couple other ones in there that have like at least 2 or more. And if those comps end up being like 10 or more, to me, it's worth it, especially if they have a whole sell-through rate. But if anything else that's under 10, I'm probably just going to donate. I don't have time or room for that. So there's that. It was pretty good, $20. I should be making double, triple my money on that. And at another sale, this was Friday. So on Friday, I had to go set up for Collecticon. But in the morning, I did try to get some garage sales, and I only found this one. So at this garage sale, they had some jeans, video games, clothing, etc. So I made a pile, asked the lady if she would do a bundle deal, and she first made 30 without the video games, and when I threw the video games in, she added an extra $10. So it ended up being $40 total for everything there. If you are not aware, some 505s, Levi jeans can be worth some money. The ones I have may be $20. I don't know. We'll see. I have to do a little more research. More or less, I'm happy. The Vans shoes are pretty good condition. There was a mark on the sides. I'm going to try to get that off with Mr. Clean Eraser. Hopefully that works. But there's also that. And the video game stuff, not really anything great. I am adding one game to my collection, the Harry Potter game for PS1, which I thought was awesome. So I'm adding one game to the PS1 lot, and everything else should be paid for. I should make a profit on it as well. I think that was a very good flip, dabbling in clothing now. So even though I would have just picked up the video games in the past, picking up the clothing makes it so my trip is worth it, and I can make my money back. When I'm saying all this is, I mean, obviously the stuff has to sell. So of course, when I'm at the sale, I'm inspecting the clothing, making sure there's no stains or rips or tears, because obviously that devalues the clothing immensely. So I do look at that stuff. Before I get to the last sale, which is the estate sale haul, I wanted to go over the thrift store finds. I went to 2. One was a Goodwill, one was my local Savers. So at the Goodwill, I found some Orvis jackets. Orvis is a very nice brand to find. I learned this from Ready Set Resell. Typically they go for about 20 bucks or so. So I picked those up. I think they were like 8 bucks. I also found Red Sox sweater. So I thought, hey, it's only $9. I maybe can get, $20, $25. Why not? So I threw that in as well. And then at Savers, I found the Pain sweater. So the Pain sweater, which is an anime character from Naruto. I'm not sure if it was official or anything. It honestly looked a little bootleg, but I'm not sure. This sweater has already sold at Collecticon. It sold for $25 and I only paid $9. So I thought that was I made my money back right there. For the whole amount I spent at Savers was $25. So I'm pretty much at a wash right now. So anything else is profit. There was also a Woolrich shirt and also a Disney jacket. So hopefully all that makes me more money. I like money. But again, I've already broken even by selling that jacket at Collecticon. And then we go to the estate sale. This estate sale was massive. So going into it, I didn't expect to get it. There was this Pinocchio marionette combo that was on the pictures, and I wanted to get that because they go for $60 a piece. But it was just a madhouse when people went in, and it was gone within seconds. There was some Barbie stuff as well, and Disney collectibles, etc. So obviously when all this is marketed on estatesales.net, there's gonna be people there, and it was a line of like I think 30 people, and I was like number 24. The cool thing, there was no waiting, everyone just went in the house. The bad thing, they didn't have a hold table, so I mean if people with huge piles, they had to carry it around. There was no hold table. So anyways, lo and behold, I go to the sale, and I find a Superman figure, which I thought was pretty cool. It was a Hallmark statue. It's brand new. It is open box, but it is brand new. They go for about $40 to $50. I spent $25. I was trying to sell it at Collecticon. Unfortunately, it didn't sell. So I'm probably going to have to, you know, list it on eBay and ship it. But overall, I mean, it's still some money that I'm going to be making on it. And I thought that was all I was going to get. Then I went to the G.I. Joe room, and I went the first time and thought people already picked up the G.I. Joe stuff. But I missed it, so I went back because I asked the guy and he said no, I don't think anyone's got it. So I went back and I found the G.I. Joes. So the G.I. Joes enclosed were marked at 40, so I threw those in my bag along with the Superman. And then I went to the Barbie room and I found some stuff there. To me, if it looks vintage enough and it has decent clothing on, I will try to pick it up, because I mean, just Barbie clothes alone sometimes is worth it, not even the doll. So I just threw those in. I was getting ready to leave and I was looking at the ornaments, and one of the employees there, while I was looking, said, yeah, those are 5 for 10. And I turned around and looked at him. You mean 5 ornaments for $10? And he said, yes, 5 ornaments for $10, which was like, what? Money! I just grabbed the whole box of the first one and I said, so if I get everything here is 5 for $10? He said, yeah. So I said, okay. So I grabbed the box and then I was looking around trying to lug all my stuff because I had a big bag and now the box, so it was really hard to walk around the house, especially with a bunch of other people at the same time doing the same thing. I was looking at other ornaments, but I was like, I can't really carry more. So what I thought about doing, it was just going ahead and getting checked out, throwing this stuff in my car and coming back. So I did that, and I'll tell you the combined total at the end. So I think I paid, I want to say $160 at first. And then I came back, I saw more ornaments. This time I saw some Disney and I saw some Looney Tunes and some other stuff. So I just threw those in there. Of course, I was comping as I was going. The first box I didn't really comp, so if there's some duds, that's why. Because I mean, I was just overwhelmed by the price he told me. I grabbed the ornaments that were Disney, that were, you know, Disney Princess, Pixar, whatever, as long as it comped right, which comped right to me was like about 10 and up for an ornament. I went ahead and threw those in the box. And the second time around, and then I found some little horse things that was pretty cool too. I'm not sure if they're Briar or not, and I found a little action figure that's broken. So I threw all that in the bag, come to check out, and the total between both transactions ended up being $317 total. So if I end up getting the $10 or more on each ornament, this is going to be a killer find. I want to say there's over at least 80 plus ornaments that I have in my possession, and there was people that had like hundreds of them that were making huge stacks. So we pretty much cleaned house. There was some Star Wars and some Barbie ornaments, but those were marked up. Those were, you know, $5, $10 a piece, and they would not move on that until the last day. And unfortunately, the last day was on Saturday when I was at Collecticon. Had I not been in Collecticon, I might have went over here and tried to get a huge bulk deal, but more or less I'm happy with what I got. And I'm not sure of how fast these move. Christmas is coming, that's the good thing. Christmas hasn't passed, fall and the winter time, and of course that comes with Christmas. So I think this timing is pretty well. So more or less I'm happy, and I think the person that owned the house prior was a reseller, because a lot of the stuff was marked. So we pretty much had free reign to her inventory, I guess. I don't know, this estate sale was kind of weird, and also this estate sale only accepted cash, which is the other thing that was a little weird. So more or less, I think this is going to be a very, very nice find, nice deal. Let me know in the comments below, would you have done this deal? Again, 5 for $10 on the ornaments, especially Disney, etc., are very, very nice. So that's why I did it, but maybe you've had experience with this stuff before. Let me know if I did a good or bad decision. And again, thank you for watching. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see what I find next. Thanks, guys. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and maybe watch one of these videos right here. Maybe this one or this one. Thanks, guys.